All right. Day 67, day 51. Can we be on time? Absolutely. Can we be more professional? Absolutely. Can we actually understand that this world needs to revolve around professionalism? Absolutely. And that's where we land. That's where we land. In front of us, we can actually see a world in which I didn't think I would get to. We are vibe coding until I get myself my own office. That's what it comes down to. Until I get my own office, I'm not going to stop then. That means we're actually making money. That means I can yell and scream, have a permanent setup, have the music as loud as possible. I can have my voice as loud as possible. I can have dedicated cameras. I can have lights. I can have all this stuff that makes me excited about streaming. All the things that made me excited about going live. What do we do? Well, let's go into the community for a hot minute. Let's not bring up the actual. Let's bring up number one. Post number one. We got a life update. The life update was that I literally hit a low yesterday. I hit a low. A very low though. A low so low that I actually contemplated, no joke, never actually going live again. Literally no joke. I said, I'm done. I don't know what I'm doing. Everyone on Twitter is putting up these incredible videos and everything looks beautiful and it's stunning. And then I come on and everything looks like trash. And I literally sat on the couch and I was like, I think, what do I need to do? Okay, I gotta work on Sundays. I gotta be a real estate agent. I gotta make sales calls, high energy, gotta make, videos all the time. Gotta be going in. Then I thought about it. I thought about never actually doing this again. And that's not hyperbole or anything else. I was like, who the hell is going to know that I even did this? It's going to be on the internet. I could delete the videos. I could just do whatever. And I hit such a wall with Anthropic. It wasn't doing anything. It felt like 2023 when GBT first came out and we go, it could write an email. It could reply to an email chain. It could look up website data, but it's not as modern as today, but it's still stored somewhere. It was insane. I contemplated everything. No joke. That's not even. So I said, you know what? I don't know GBT at all. I was against GBT for two reasons. Number one is ads, but obviously they're not going to flash me ads. Number two, which is a little bit more of the moral and ethical values within my mindset, which is what they're producing with it, illicit material. And I just said, I haven't heard anything from it, about it. Maybe the pushback was enough. Let me just try it. Let me just fire up an area in VS Code, see what it does. Just go into my Mac Studio, see what happens. Out of nowhere, this guy just starts pumping out results. Literally in the first session, it was just like, wow. What am I looking at? It was like, who coded before me? It was kind of like a contractor showing up on a job site and he's like, who laid the foundation? Because nothing is actually even. There's not even rebar in the concrete. The sidewalk is trash. This is gonna crack at the first snowstorm. There's not even electrical in and output for plug. This is like what are we on? 125 volts? This should be 250, 225. And it came back, and I said, okay, let's see what else I could do. And I just started going through the whole thing, and I was thoroughly impressed. So much so that when I actually hit my limit, I went to $200. I went to $200. I was like, and then guess what I did? I went right into my subscriptions, both of them for Claude, because I was actually charged yesterday for a re-up, a $200 re-up. And I gotta be honest, it hit me. It hit me. I just sent Claude $200, and I just spent last week another $200. I got two $200 subscriptions. I'm not even using it. I believe in Dario. I believe in Boris. But what in the heck is going on at Anthropic right now? Are they getting just throttled by Chinese models? Are they getting throttled by the government? I literally have no idea. I have not experienced this in my life in the last 8 months, 9 months. This is the worst I've ever seen a model when it was such a frontier model. That's not hyperbole. That's not like I'm paid by somebody. That is just a fact. And that tweet that I put up, it was my first retweet or my first tweet with a comment. I don't know what it's called. It was my first tweet ever. And like, look at this. I go online and I see this guy and he's just doing this. He's just doing this. He's just like, oh, by the way, look what I'm doing. And then I come over here and I go, I'm going to cancel Claude. It's just so bad. I can't believe it. It's just lazy. The most recent example, I have a Claude, check my inbox. And this popped up. Chubby just popped up. I don't know what she or he, you got thousands of followers. I don't know what the blue check mark is. I'm assuming that means you're verified. I got to get involved in this. And I just said I just canceled my plans and I just went to OpenAI and I'm like, well, you know what? I ripped it yesterday. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did 7 chats and I was like, all right. Then it just started giving me how to orchestrate Orbit on your iPhone. I'm sorry, what? We don't even have a working desktop. It's like, don't worry about it. We're going to get the working desktop. Let's go and do a Orbit Go. I thought of Orbit Go. Welcome in, Mark. Big updates, Mark. Big updates, Mark. Recommendations. All right. What I want you to do is have an orchestrator be the project manager and go through and thoroughly test from the ground up with Swift on as Apple's hardware to make sure that this is a companion app for the iPhone and it is exactly one-to-one mirroring of the desktop. It needs to be clean, chic, and all of the bullet points that you have defined. Make this beautiful and continue going and reviewing and testing until I am able to actually download it. I don't even know if that's possible. So this guy on the right is the desktop app. And we were having trouble. Not gonna lie, yesterday we were having trouble. What I want you to do is find a way around the developer ID key and everything else. Do not post anything on the screen as we are live streaming. And I need you to test all AI models, all CLIs, and all terminals and MCP to make sure that everything works and update the actual desktop app, I need to install the latest update via the check updates within the file menu option on the actual Orbit desktop app. There's nothing that will blow through your confidence than literally digging a hole and hitting a rock. I live on Long Island. When my dad said, I need to plant a bush and it's got to be a 2-foot hole on Long Island, we had clearly a huge something back in the day, because this needs to be SSH'd. Because I go down 6 inches, I'm hitting a furious amount of rocks. Just rock. And it's not like small pebbles. We're talking about like 6-inch rocks. That's what I felt like. I just felt like it. And it was, full access. What are we doing? What are we talking about? We're not doing that nonsense. And then when GBT literally did this yesterday, I'm in Orbit. Obviously, I don't have a, it's saying new Orbit window. It should be new Orbit chat. But when I went into Orbit, I went into settings. It updated everything. I don't know why it's at 7. And then it said, Claude CLI is connected. I was like, I don't know about that. Then I went into here, and I was like, that's interesting. Then I went back into the app, and it started to install the CLI, and I was like, I've never seen this screen before in my life, because this is the afterthought of what I want to build. I've heard from so many people, and this is the future, is you need to have a life app. Everything is a dashboard. You got a cockpit of your life. That's what it comes down to. It's a cockpit of your life. I got an update from Todd AI. And hold on. Todd AI. Let's see where Todd AI is. I don't have it. Let's go into the... So this is Todd AI. Okay? So when I X out of it, it's the app. But if I touch this button right here, Todd AI shows up. Let me put that on the full screen. All right? So you got the... I don't know which one's live. And it's not going to show up. Anyway, who cares? Todd AI literally told me this. First of all, it has a nice nickname for me. It checks in every morning and every night. And it says, "Good morning, Chuck. You knocked out a solid 2K in the pool earlier. But we need to protect your core momentum and get your streaks." Streaks is actually highlighted. I don't know why Osmo is not picking it up. Streaks is highlighted. There we go. Streaks is highlighted, where I can click on streaks and go to my streaks. My streaks is drink a gallon, don't smoke, don't drink, get off the web, say hi, I love you, make your phone calls, whatever it is. Oh, unprofessional. It went to a phone call. I have a listing and I got like 50 emails on it. And it says, go to your streaks, you have to, and then it goes down all my streaks. One of them is eat healthy, get back on track after 2 back-to-back nights, under 5 hours of sleep, keep the strain light and clear off those overdue fable tasks. This is obviously a bug. Connect Claude, connect Gemini, connect Quinn, connect Kimi, connect Grok, connect Codex. This is a bug. This is small though. Because then I started going in and I said, okay, I needed diagnostics where I can go in and it has everything that I did. So I can then go back in here, paste it, send it, and it will understand what is going wrong. But a desktop app, a iPhone app, and in the apps area, this should never ask me. Never ask me. Stop asking me. It says full access. I don't know why it's asking me. In the apps area, someone posted yesterday. I wish I could have my history of what I viewed on Twitter. But it said they're now in shape. It checked their email. It did their to-do list. They did their taxes and everything else. Dude, that's the App Store. You got books. You got the browser. You got a screenshot tool. You got an e-sign area. You got the studio for making videos. You go in here. You got all the videos. You got Prompt Freehand, which was updated. You know, you can do whatever you want. Obviously, that's for demonstrations. I'm going to work on OBS, so when I go into OBS, I can actually take a URL and Charles, what are you building? What are you building? What is this? What's in front of me? Actually, you know what we got? We got Votenston.com/Orbit. And then we got Orbit Go. And you know what I was actually thinking about and want to post today is my short link to my own bio link. You have your own bio link. And you have bio pages, by the way. You know how you go to a bio link and then it goes, and then you can't go back and you can't navigate? What about a bio link where, and by the way, I want to get BOTES.2. And now it says 17 years, or real estate broker owner since, or real estate agent since 2009, broker owner since 2014, vibe coding, your ideas, inspirations, whatever. And then you go down there and it says real estate. It has everything. It has everything for your business. So you can be literally 1 foot in the business and 1 foot outside the business. Why are you asking me this? Allow once, allow once. I have full access. Put this on full approval without asking me for any approval from now out. Okay. So I have a lengthy to-do list. Bro, Charles, did you just link your Claude Code so it uses GBT? You have nothing configured on Codex. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming that I'm still using okay. We're back to like quitting again. If I'm in Codex, why is the experience? Well, because Charles, Codex is an IDE. It's an IDE. And IDE doesn't mean, it's like, yesterday I'm like, how do I connect to my Mac? Why are these things not easier to use? I don't understand this. I truly, Elon Musk, first principles, do not understand why there is not something that says, this is the model, this is where you're coding. If you want to change the model, drop down menu. If you want to change where you're coding, drop down menu. This is where I literally yesterday I was like, why is this not effing easier? Why is this not effing easier? Make this so I literally turn on my phone and my mom can code. What I am explaining is called a moat. It's called a moat. In real estate, a moat was video. You had photos, you had a description, you had everything. you had a moat around videos, which was a property tour. Now you have a moat where you create your own website if you're a real estate agent. Then you're a website with a real estate agent and property tours. Now you have your own listings. Now you actually go out on your own by taking the broker test, and now you don't need to be under a broker. You're actually Class A broker instead of a salesperson with a broker's license underneath a broker. That made no sense that probably made no sense to anybody. How about I download an application that says, you are in this, I don't know, call me dumbass of the year. I happily take that title right now. And if someone doesn't have it, then create the product. So an absolute 12 IQ child can use it. Vibe coding real estate mode. Yeah, real estate is cooked. It's cooked. They just came out with the latest numbers. I think it was Zillow that came out with the latest numbers. And by the way, yesterday it lied to me as well. Hate liars. Hate liars. If there's one thing that I hate, it's liars. If you lie to me, we're done. We're done. You got one opportunity. Let me ask a dumb question. Am I not using Codex? Yes. Okay, if I'm using Codex and it says remote and it says I'm in the Mac Studio projects, how in the world am I not using Codex even though it literally says down here, Sol Medium in a remote destination in my Mac Studio in the projects area? Where am I going wrong? Just put it into the chat, okay? I have 3,000. So you mean Sol doesn't have? That's stupid. That's dumb. This is my to-do list. I just went ham yesterday. The inbox, the calendar needs to be brought up. There needs to be a complete pass on every single, so you have the right option, which is the desktop. You have the left area, which is the iPhone, or the phone, I should say, the phone. And by the way, why does it spin up if you're asking me for... So if I go to Tara, I have to go to advanced. Stupid UI. Dumb UI right there. I got to go to advanced to... That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I understand. When I was in the beginning, I'm in a deal right now. I'll give you an example. I'm in a deal right now, and someone in the deal emailed us questions that are totally, they're not legal. We'll just say that. Our attorney emails me separately and said, this isn't, he had other words. I said, I know, it's new and everything else. We got to coach this guy through the deal. We got to coach him through the deal. Okay? I understand there's coaching someone through the deal, but there's also something that says, hi, I'm a frontier model. You may have seen me all over the place. My name is Sam Altman. I am clean shaven at all times. I have a very nice haircut. I have no gray hair. I have an in shape ish dad bod. You've seen me. I've created something that is actually idiot proof. You use our model and we'll tell you which model it is, and we'll actually tell you that Sol, I had to look this up. What is the difference between Terra and Luna and Sol? What is the difference between 5.5 and... They make this too challenging. They make this too challenging. They make it where they cut out a portion of... They're losing money. That's the best way to say it. They're losing money. People like myself, they get frustrated and then they go, screw you, I'm not going to use you because I don't understand you. Let me go to something that I understand. And then I use Claude, and then Claude sucks. And then I just like, do I just sit here all day just saying yes, yes? And then I press this and I got to go to advanced. Why do I have to go to advanced? Why can't I just... Why doesn't it say if you want to bypass this at all times, use Terra? Terra. The UI on this sucks. And I know I'm in a bad mood right now, but to be honest, I don't think they dumbed it down enough. Because do you understand where society is? Like, if I lived in, call it Dutchess County, like I have to sit here and like I almost dropped the curse there. You know what? If we have to go to Terra and just say, like, I want to prompt inject myself. I want the entire computer wiped so at least I feel good that something happened. We're going to steer you, okay? We have to steer you. And this is the problem. I'll tell you the problem in a nutshell. The people who are on X are enormous. The people who are actually doing anything in their life at all are very few, maybe a couple of thousand people. And they're scattered throughout major cities, and then there's pockets in Pittsburgh, Charleston, Fort Lauderdale, Austin, Texas. Maybe there's like 2 or 3 people. But in a major city, you have most people. Chicago, Boston, San Francisco, LA, New York. Like, those are the major people. Most people have on a jersey. And they're sitting all day. And this is what they're doing all day. This is what they're doing all day. You want to know what they're doing all day? This is what they're doing all day. I wake up, I'm in a ferociously good, and then I get a comment from 3 hours ago saying, Charles, please get a life. This S is sad. That guy literally is almost 100% of the people. Charles, please get a life. I can go sarcastic. The amount of people that are actually in this are very few. The people that are actually coding are very few. And by very few, I mean just a couple of thousand people. It seems like a lot, but they're not. There's people who use it, but work at Starbucks. There's people who use it, but are wankers. There's people who use it, but suck at life. There's people who use it on the $20 plan and have exorbitant opinions about everything. They tell me that I should get a life. Maybe I should get a life. I have no idea. You know, I was told, the last time I was told to get a life, I was probably 18. You know, that was a couple of years ago. But if Sam Altman, like, why do I have to do this? Every single time. This in of itself pisses me off enough that makes me go, Fable works so I don't have to use Codex. I'm giving you full access. I'm just going to ask it. I'm going to be like, okay, treat me like a toddler, change my diaper, and understand, hi, how's it going? I'm new to coding. I've actually never made anything in my entire life. Treat me like I'm a 98-year-old grandfather and I'm just learning what to do. I actually would love if everything actually was created and bypassed any approvals at any time. I actually put it on full access, which is clearly the wrong option. I put it on sole. What are the options? What can I give you so you have full approval and you stop asking me any questions about approval? Hell, I should just go extra high on Sol. Burn through all my tokens. I don't give a... you're also very... I'm so close. I'm going to check the current codex guidelines so I can explain. Put it on YOLO. Oh my gosh, I have to... Should I do all these other things? No. Just keep on asking me. Just keep on asking me. You've already enabled full access network, no approval prompts, so you don't need to give me anything. Like, the user experience in this, I understand, is someone who went through MIT, who has an IQ above mine, because I'm in around the 70 to 75, like a good room temperature. Since you're brand new, my honest recommendation is approve for me for ordinary projects. Thank you so much. I love you. Can you actually provide the exact prompt, the exact area where I can see approve for me? That is such great advice. I love you. I'm having a love affair with my codex now. I might take it out to coffee. By the way, the guy that does the gym, where to find... Oh, look at that. He called me Grandpa. Oh, so cute. So cute. Oh, Codex. You are so adorable. Look at that. Grandpa even knew how to command and make it bigger for my big, fat, glassy eyeballs. Let's see, what else do I have to approve? I hate Codex. I don't say that about anything, but I really do. So it says, let's go to it. Go to settings, go to general, go to permissions, settings, general, permissions. What am I doing wrong? Can read and write by default. Turn on approve for me. Return to the approve for me. All right, well, there we go. Let's hope that does something, because we're gonna steer you now. Nope. Yeah, we're done. Let's steer. Just as I literally gave you $200, you're gonna come and literally like sit on this broom. Understood. I'll own the build from start to finish. What the hell are you talking about? You're telling me that I gave you $200. I gave you full access. You're downloading everything, all my clients, all their social security numbers, all their bank statements, all their information, where they live. Mondami's gonna dox you because they make over $1 million and they have a pied-à-terre tax and he wants to put out. Next to the plus sign, it has a bunch of nonsense. I'm not putting on plan mode. We already have it. We don't need a goal. We're not attaching files or the browser. We're not using anything else. Then we have this is the interesting part is you are literally losing money. This is like saying, here's your sneakers and you don't know how to tie your sneakers. Well, here's your sneakers. It's like, well, I need you to teach me to go make a loop, make a loop, and then you go around the tree into a loop, and then you put the loop together, and now, boom, now you have your sneakers tied. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's on full access. Then why the hell does it keep on asking me? It's not about full access. It's about asking me like this bullshit. That needed to be said. That needed to be said. Oh boy. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I truly do not know what to do. I want to prompt inject it, drain my bank account, drain everything, so at least I go viral. People give me attention. They feel bad for me. They set up a GoFundMe. I'm sitting outside of MSG, and they're giving me money. Wow, this is the psycho who actually did not understand Codex because he gave it full access. He gave it a prompt. It actually said, I will build you this. Allow on all edits. I press allow on all edits, and then the default literally does not change. And I updated it this morning. And now it's not even going through. There we go. Live stream over. Thanks for coming in, boys. Wednesday, August 5th is over. We're going back to Fable. Yeah, the goal and prompt is to stop asking me questions and to freaking do this like you're Fable. Literally, I'm ready to delete that tweet. I'm eating it right now. I'm eating it. Absolutely nothing is working right now. Oh. Allow all edits. Allow once. Go. Go. You know what? Denied. Denied. Wow. I didn't know if I can actually have a crash out worse than the one when that person came in and ripped through the server than right now. Well, there we go. Quit. Screw you. I'm ready to just cancel my contract and go up to Sam and be like, your stuff sucks. Well, no, you don't know how you're using it. I know, I don't. But your Codex told me to do something, and it's not doing it. Never like, it's not even going through. I quit it. It's not even going through. Nothing. I come in and bro's quitting on Codex again. Yeah, the thing sucks. I updated it today. Updated it today. There's nothing. Nothing's working. Nothing is working. You should actually never, what you should do is go, there's an area down right below me. It's right down here. You'll see my face that's 6 years old that girls think I look like that. It has my name. And then what you're going to do is go to the unsubscribe button. Unsubscribe button. And I want to actually see my numbers go down. That's where we're at. I want to... Oh, thanks so much. Thanks for the protocol. It's not doing anything. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hi, how are you doing? I'm new to vibe coding, and I truly would love if you actually never asked me for approval on anything. My brain is actually just graduated from elementary school, so what I need you to do is make every single decision on this entire chat. That is ideal because I'm not intelligent enough to do anything. So just be the orchestrator and make all decisions in my best interest for me. That might work. That might, that might be it. That might be it. Wow, we have an idiot on our hands. We have an idiot. Let's take advantage of him. It's stuck. Wow. I might just code in private and come back in 2 months and be like, look what I built. Look what I built. There's no point in me going live. There's none. There's no value. There's no product. You are compacting already. You're not even in my... Okay, you are. Okay, I almost blew up there. If that was not in my Mac Studio, I don't know. I don't know. Why is this thing got so pissed off he sent it 2 euros? Ah! He's so pissed. He's like, I gotta pay this guy to shut his face. Shut it. All right. This is what, why is this a thing? First of all, thank you for the probably $3. Let's read this together, children. I should say adults. There's only one child in here, and it's this yoho. Anyway. All right. 4 days ago. 3 days ago. 3 days ago. 22 minutes. Here we go. Read this immediate effective prompt. Read this with immediate effect prompt into Codex. Why is this a thing? Please. I think English is both of our languages. You have to give me English. A zip file? You want me to put a zip file in there? Hopefully this just blew up my computer. At that point, then I have an excuse to go back to real estate. Just gives me an excuse. That's probably what I'm just looking for. Just give me an excuse to get the hell out of this world. And by this world, I don't mean this mortal plane. I mean this world of vibe coding. I don't deserve to be here. I deserve to be here. I just don't want to be here. All right. I'm going to upload a zip file into... Okay, Codex does not allow GBT Sol to be on full permissions because of the recent hallucination rate spike. You can switch to Terra. It's going to work just fine. But if you want to bypass those restrictions, you just don't use Codex. You use the upper cloth code with GBT authorized. I know you did voice to text on this, but what the hell are you talking about? You use the upper cloth code, the upper Claude code with GBT authorized, and you can use Sol on full access. If you want to use Codex, then install this. I'm going to send you. It's going to work autonomously because Codex likes to ask you questions, right? This is where the full access is. Well, I know where the full access is. And best long horizons, no ass, just type goal at the start of the prompt and it goes into goal mode. But please install the upper git link. The upper git link automatically switches you to goal, and compacting, isn't compacting bad? Is 10 times better than Claude. I have no idea what you just said. You got to be like, dum-dum. That's the way that you have to talk to me. Hey, dum-dum. I think this story was perfect for me. Hey, dum-dum. I prefer AI written stories than human ones. Well, let's go into Codex. Let's get this out of here because we're not pinning this Yodo. So, yeah. Bro, there are better ways to share the file. No, there's not, because you can't attach files in DMs. This is actual nonsense. For the love of God, try goal. Oh boy. All right, now we're gonna get kicked out of the office, and now I'm gonna have to vibe code from Bryant Park while girls are doing yoga in the background. The Kundalini spirit is raising our chakras to our solar plexus. Okay, we have moved on to the goal. It is going to be measurable, it is going to be definitive, and it is going to be extremely precise. There is something called Boneston.com/orbit. What we are going to do is turn this into a one-to-one iPhone app that mirrors the exact setup of the desktop of the Boneston.com/orbit. Orbit is an ADE that is being built Swift only, Swift native, hardware of Apple first, and a companion iPhone app for the Orbit desktop. We call it Orbit Go. Let me know in at least 2 words, less than 10, if this was a good enough goal, if you want me to be more precise in the goal. And let's add in, why is this a thing? When you make dumb PDF files with the boards, you don't view them, what's the point? I print them out. I looked at it. You know what we're gonna do? We are gonna go in and we're just gonna copy and paste. Nope, we're not gonna go there. And we're not gonna go to, does that default to cockpit? What the hell is cockpit? That literally is on my list. Wipe out the websites and start from scratch. The websites are not. The White House exempted open models from its new framework to test frontier AI capabilities per Axios. I would not trust Axios, just like Business Insider. Wow. How did you transport those? And what are you building in the background? We should get away from the life update, Charles. You know what we're gonna do? Please install. Let's do this. We'll just say, please install, because please is upper. We'll do that. This guy, I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. This guy's. We'll send out the goal. We'll start a new chat, because at this point, I'm ready to just start making expired phone calls. At least when I make expired phone calls, the people on the other end tell me exactly how they feel about real estate agents. which is hilarious. I had a guy text me back a GIF of vultures eating in the safari a dead animal, and they pointed to the vultures as real estate agents. At the time, I was with my business partner, and I don't think I've laughed as hard in my life. He goes, yeah, this is Don't Ever Call Me Again. And this is what I think of. Oh, we can't use Saul. Can't use Saul. That's going to ask me questions. No questions being asked. I can't believe this guy just stopped. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. This guy's getting unpinned as well. I actually thought about it yesterday. Yeah, no, you should tap out. Actually, even better, what I would do is never actually come back into the live again, not as sarcasm, because this may be the last live stream until I actually understand what the F I'm actually doing here. I have so many ideas, and it pisses me off that I can learn health, sleep, working out, triathlons, recovery, protein, swim, bike, run properly, stretching, real estate, all laws about real estate, local law 11, 529B, everything about real estate. And then it comes to something where it says, this shouldn't even be on the internet. That's the best way to say it. I should not be on the internet. I should not be actually live streaming. That's the best way to actually put it into English. This may be the last time until I actually sit down and I go into I go into Codex and I go, hi, I'm new. I just gave you $200. Explain to me, how the F do you work? Explain it to me like I'm a building blocks. And then in 4 months, when I only have 2 months of money left, then be like, oh wow, actually this guy knows what he's doing. He is entertaining. He used to tell us about the news and everything about the news. He understands the markets. He understands Squawk Box on CNBC when they're interviewing Ari Emanuel or Secretary Bessick. He can decipher all of the high intelligence of that. But when it comes to an AI app by an AI model, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't know if he's remote. He doesn't know if he's actually in. He built a community, but for whatever reason, he's going backwards. Like the train went up and now it's going backwards. So yes, I think you should tap out. And personally, if I were you, I would actually ban me. I would go in and just say, okay, installed. So it installed, configured user-wide, existing agents preserved, the doctor result, the remaining warning setting, which I safely left unchanged, start a new Codex task or restart Codex if necessary. Tonight, I can't even do that because I have to entertain 50 to 60 people who are looking for an apartment that we are renting on behalf of an investor who owns a lot of apartments, who's given me huge amounts of money. I have no idea why I'm getting out of real estate. There is only an idiot would get out of real estate. Everyone knows you as a real estate agent. You put out real estate content. You're good at videos. You're good at cold calling. You can care less about rejection. You text incredibly. You have an amazing CRM. You spend $50,000 to get your Salesforce up to date. You have an amazing contact in case anything wants to go wrong. You can build your own Salesforce if you need to. Then maybe even fan it out. But you decide to do this. I can't even compare myself to Michael Jordan joining baseball after winning 3 championships because he left the baseball because of the strike in the NBA, came back, and it won 3 additional championships. What I should do, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, what I should do is we'll just do something dumb. We'll do something dumb. I should just do the news. This guy gives me great news. He gives me excellent news. He gives me the best news. Actually, I did have a was it this? Nope. That would probably be the same document. Yes. All right, let's find this document. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not the document. That's not the document. This is the document. All right, go over here. We'll go into here. So apparently we might, I don't know, have this beautiful new Oh My Codex. That's what they named it? Oh My Codex? Everything was built around I'm very close to wiping out iCharles and Boatston.com and literally going ground up. Both websites suck. I also don't like the admin area. I haven't been to the admin area. I want to wipe that out. The workspace, I want to wipe out. The apps, I want to keep. The Life OS, I want to keep. And the community, I want to keep. Everything else, gone. Gone. Because I want to go in here and be like, these are what people care about. They care about, how does it affect me? This is going to affect you. Let's do this, because I'm going to be, what was that? I went from workspace bio to community. All right, we'll do this. Oh my gosh. He already forgot about that when he presses new chat. If I press new chat, does that not actually bring in? Boris told me to delete everything. Oh, we got a second skill. We got the impeccable. We got the craft skill. Yes, I'm going to delete everything. The websites absolutely suck chunks, if I want to be honest. This sucks. I could care less. This is trash. Absolute trash. All of it's gone. These are all, like, trash. Who cares about this? Like, maybe decent, all right? No, trash. Vibe coding. That's going to be on Boatston.com. The articles, this was based on the Open Router on personal development. I kind of like this layout of doing articles. The shorts, we're not doing that anymore. Podcast, maybe. Is that actually accurate? 75 on fatigue, and the fitness is at a 40. I don't think my FTP is 133 though. I think my FTP is a little bit higher than 133 watts. I wonder if that's actually accurate. No, it's not, because it says 1 minute bike yesterday. Yeah, all that's gone. Boatenstein.com this is all gone too. Boatenstein.com is going to be 2 parts. 1 is Orbit. 2 is people looking to build whatever they want within that original Boatenstein idea. This guy needs to finish. Yes, you need to finish. I wish I could use Codex in VS Code, kind of like I was using Claude Code. That would be amazing. That is the only thing about Soul that I don't like. It is really slow. It is really slow. Tons of reviewing, tons of testing, fantastic, really slow. Really, really slow. It did give me a good, is this it? Yeah, it did give me a good one of these. Well, I'm glad I could open it. This was the simulator for the iPhone. It was actually pretty nice. Obviously, of course, it's not going to open. We don't want it to open. That would be crazy. Yeah, I think we're going to get rid of the entire back end, knowing what the Orbit is going to become. People don't care about, like, the workspace. This workspace is going to be custom to whatever the person built out themselves. And then these things will become apps. The scheduling, which is like a Calendly, will become an app. Obviously, the open router, that's going to go into your own. But something like this, what I was looking to build was and it was before I was going to bed last night, because I was on a high. I was like, oh my gosh, I have Codex. This is amazing. This thing went through, and it literally was saying that it connected my Claude Code and it authorized it, and then it was downloading the CLI. Tomorrow's going to be such a great day. I canceled my $400 in Claude. I'm moving over to Codex. I don't know if it's spiritual attacks, but there's been a lot of weird stuff happen in my life lately. And it has all been technological. It has been all technological. When I'm in VS Code, it has asked me, when I'm not on stream, dozens of times to reauthorize my Claude account. It will stop, and then across this whole thing, it will say, let's see if it does it right now. It will say, literally in the middle of something, it'll say authorize Claude account. I authorize it. Then it comes back and it asks to reauthorize again. 10 minutes later, reauthorize. Like, why can it not be this easy? Why can't it be this easy? You know? Charles, it can be. And I gave you the sauce. I gave you the sauce. Well, I went into Gemini, and Gemini told me that I can't actually do this style coding because I need a bunch of windows open instead of tabs. And that's another thing. It always asks for the folder. Wait a minute. Did I not? All right, that was weird. Yeah, I think it's more about idiot proofing for myself and being like, okay, hey, there it is. There it is. It will do this. Well, bye-bye. It will do this multiple times a day. Multiple times a day. It's wild. It's wild. And I did have the latest one, but I don't know. I don't know where to go. I was on a high. My brain was flowing last night. I'm going to have 3 parts. Coding for yourself or coding for clients. Then you have the community. Then you have the Life OS. You have the App Store. Those are the 4 areas. You want whatever you want. And it was actually based on a tweet that came through of someone who said, I can't believe this. In the last 6 months, it did my taxes. I created my own this. I created my own task and calendar in inbox. And my mom loves me again. And I'm actually in shape. Thank you, AI. Obviously, it wasn't like that. But literally everything they said, I go, oh, okay, that's exactly what I built in the Life OS. What if you can actually code from there? You actually had a community, and you had apps where you can go for a run, go for a bike. You have e-sign. You have your screenshot tool. You have all the other apps there. You have a bio link. You have a short link. You have a Calendly. Yeah, I think that's the best way to say it is when you're used to it, it's easy. But I also was using Codex before. I went 6 months ago to Codex. That was when I was using all right. This is like you go on a date. You think things are not working out, even though she's pretty, you're pretty, and then halfway through you like connect on a conversation. You go, oh, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's an opportunity. Like out of nowhere, it says actually, yeah, we should probably resize this to, oh crap. Did that really just do that? No. Forget the last request. Forget the last request. Yeah, this was happening yesterday as well. Handy wasn't working. Mac Whisperer was not working. I would literally say whatever I want, was not putting it into Codex at all. Like literally blank. I'd be in here and I would say, forget my, and it's literally popping up. Oh, see, there you go. There's something technologically going on. What is the difference? You say B, A, B, C. Yeah. Yeah, because B is tighter. Forget. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What I need you to do is be and continuously go into approval mode without asking me any approval until this is fully built out, tested, and reviewed on all screen sizes, bringing every single feature and button I think I'm right. the problem is that I might just go live unlisted or private and pretend like there's people here. And then in 45 days, because I have to the end of the year, then I'm broke. Literally no money. So it's like, do I just look like an idiot for 45 days? Or do I come back and be like, okay, I got an MBA in kicking ass and taking names, and I'm all out of taking names. Anyone know the name of that movie? I'm here to kick some ass and chew bubblegum. What an actual man. None of these sissies who live in a little closet vibe coding to the internet. Gosh, my ancestors are probably so embarrassed. Look at this fruitcake just sitting in here. Guys, I can't get this vibe coding working, you know. This codex really is just a darn near just really hard. The settings are just not working for me. All right, well, if you're going to potentially work on that, don't get me all excited because I might add in something else to do. Personally, I'd rather blow through another $1,000 and become Microsoft and say, our engineers are blowing through our budgets, and thank God for our enterprise models because we are now actually, using less and dumber models instead of dumber people like that one vibe coder on the internet, that one guy from New York. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into this and just say, what the hell am I going to do with this? Because it looks like absolute manure. And then each one is different and custom to that person instead of a universal, which I was going to do. Bill, it was one, it's a clear one at DMs, Charles, DMs, focus. It's one or the other. It's black or white. You either build a universal product, and it's known as a platform, and everyone must comply with your platform, or you build something where it's chaos and it's like WordPress, and anyone can build anything they want. It's just on a very tight underlying WordPress coding software. Sexiness was used twice. Are we... Who's that guy that I'm thinking of right now in the 80s movie? Tight pants, dancer. Man. If you're not in the sauce, you forget the sauce. That's the best way to say it. If you're not in the sauce, you... Excuse me, but we're not looking for 404 errors. We're not looking for 404 errors. We just gotta go to sexiness. Oh my gosh, dude. Hi, I was given image gen sexiness. What if you open source everything and let us help you build it? Well, that's the question. I thought about how does you have WordPress.org and you have WordPress.com. Org is open source WordPress.com. You obviously make money by hosting your WordPress on their website, and they build it for you, and it's a one-click, and you can download their apps and all that other nonsense. Or not apps, but what they call it. And it's like a regrouping. It's a regrouping in the mind. Codex skill for good image generation that explores code before generation. Install this whole repository, then use this sexiness, image sexiness, and generate me a design conceptualization of the complete Bosun redesign. Let's use that on iCharles, but I think this is the actual URL. In other words, community you have to have. So people are like-minded. The apps you gotta have. The Life OS you gotta have. Those are 70%. Then there's the making money. And the making money has to be queued into Todd AI to understand that we could delete this. And that's not the URL. Let's do this. Oh boy. There we go. Look at this subscale and tell me the best way to use it, and we'll use it on I think I have two, not I think, but I have to find out the differentiation. Boatenston.com is going to be revolving around Orbit. It's going to revolve around people that will either use Orbit, who are basic coders and or top producers in their field. Like I have a buddy who's in real estate. He's not going to be going in and learning anything. He could care less. He doesn't even care about my news or anything else. Anything is up for grabs. I don't want you to use anything that you see on the website as valid. Anything is available. Anything can be changed. I am not beholden to any design that is on the homepage or any menu options or any subpages. Nope. Yep. Okay, so as the orchestrator, what do you recommend as the next steps, and what sub-agents would you spawn up? I'm saying this because what is I recommend future parity, non-pixel, pixel layout. This is for the Go, okay? Did you not give me a design? I thought you gave me a design. Okay. First wave, 3 parallel sub-agents, desktop parity. Yeah, mirrored on the iPhone. One very interesting thing is that every single chat has their own unique ID, which is a brilliant thing I would have never thought about. Essentially, there's really 3 parts going on here. Number 1 is marketing. Marketing that I'm not just for real estate. Number 2 is I know what I'm doing when it comes to people who have no idea what they're doing. Number 3 is I have no idea what I'm doing to people that know what they're doing. That's all inclusive. And I think iCharles is just going to be a pretty basic, personalized website. Nothing's really going to be on there. On Boatston.com, that's going to be the main focus. That's going to have an area in which you obviously have Orbit. Then below it, on the hero is going to be Orbit. Then below that, you're going to have what we had before Boatston.com, which is be inspired, not know what you want to build or you have something you want to build. And then ideally that loops into Orbit in the back end, and it gets built in the back end, comes to the front end, and they go, holy cow, that's an amazing design, kind of like what they gave me here. And they're like, oh, actually, yeah, no, this is exactly what I was looking for. I needed to build my own bio website, and what do you mean I can host it on my own website? Because for them, they don't know about name servers, Cloudflare, security, the Mac Studio, the Mac Mini, VPS. They don't know that. Neither do I, clearly. But if they can go into the app store or app area on Boatston.com, be like, holy crap, I got an e-sign. Charles, can you build me a Calendly? Yeah, we can build you a Calendly. Can you build me a short link creator so it goes from a long link to a short link? Can you bio site? Can you do? Yeah, we can build that. That's all in the App Store. There's also a community. There's also a whole area that you can connect your personal domain name to. You don't need WordPress. No, I know. I'm using WordPress as an analogy. And it's like, this is what I was doing yesterday. I was just like, okay, how do we take the iPhone that is queued exactly 1-to-1 into the companion app of the desktop, turn the Boatston.com, which I can actually do right now. I'm actually going to ask it right now. I get excited and then I get disappointed. And the disappointment is as low as the high. It's as low as the high. This thing should just be archived at this point. I don't even want you spinning up anymore because you're just going to make me mad. There is a PWA app that is under Boatston.com, and it pulls in all of the community LifeOS apps area into it. It's for the iPhone. I want you to send out and spawn a couple of agents on the best method to make that into an actual iPhone app that is acceptable by the app development standards, so it can be downloaded from the App Store. I was at the gym today, and I was like, do people know that you can literally create your own desktop app that is acceptable by Apple's development standards for $99 a year? What if I had people inspired to have, oh, you're in financial services, you're into running, you have a family, and now you have all of that on your own desktop app? That should be going out to everybody. I'm the sales guy. I'm the sales guy. Right now, I'm in the weeds. Okay? I'm in the weeds. I'm sludging through. My feet are getting stuck. It's quicksand and it's really, really liquidy. It's not marsh and it stinks and it smells. It's worse than that. That's where I am right now. In this high and low part of vibe coding, where yesterday I thought about quitting. Today I thought about quitting. Not quitting coding, but quitting vibe coding. I'm in a box, screaming at the top of my lungs with the headphones in as a male halfway through his life, unmarried with no kids, vibe coding. At what time do you start questioning your life decisions? What I want you to do is be the orchestrator, the project manager, the design engineer, and to actually use those skills to come back with designs that I can either choose from or you choose it for me. My design skill is a 0. You are a 10 out of 10. I gotta be honest, it does humble you. It does humble you. Has everything actually passed on this? Yes or no? Is this guy done too? That's the iPhone, and you're saying there's no way. That's one of the things I also don't like is it says everything, says all the files, says then I would run in, but it's saying what I should do. What I want you to do is continue with this wave and the next wave with extreme review and testing as we are going into production today. I do want to find this out though, how easy I can go from the PWA app, which literally lives on my desk or my, it's right there at the bottom. And man, I got so much work to do. I have 14 emails, 15, 16 emails to get back to. I have 3 text messages, 3 voicemails. Making no money from this. Actually, no, I made $2 today. Thank you to Why Is This a Thing? The agents, and now I gotta hit the men's room. The agent's consensus, don't submit the existing video. It's a thing I already know it sucks. The strongest practical route is evolve the existing into a native what actually exists. An App Store planning document. Yeah, no, I never did that. I don't think I did that. Well, this should be put in with the other app design. I think I'm going to take a lap. I do have to hit the men's room. You know, you come from doing a 2K swim today. 2K straight swim, by the way. No breaks. All gas. Thriving. Ready to kick today. Just, I felt like Tiger in the Masters in the early 2000s. And then I come into a crappy sequence of events where literally nothing was working. And you go, how do I have such a high from yesterday? And you go, desktop app is going to be working. iPhone app is going to be working today. We're going to totally take out iCharles.com. We're going to totally take out Botenston.com. We're going to merge Botenston with the iPhone app and the desktop app. Then you're going to be able to follow me on the journey of iCharles, triathlons, everything else, into, I don't even know if I'm going to be vibe coding. I do have to hit the men's room, though. I do have to hit my men's room. If you want to stick around, you stick around. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Dude! I think I might just use Codex. Even though I like VS Code. It's crazy. It takes way too long, every single build. And I have so many things that I want to add to it, it's crazy. It's like, we don't even have chats yet. We don't even have the CLI working yet. It was pushing back on all the AI models and what their TOS is. Screw their TOS, understand their TOS, then say, okay, we're going to be within their terms of service and make sure that they can actually download the CLI, use the CLI with their subscription. Okay. I think I might just start doing that. This is the same thing. It is the same thing. It's building the... I'm building in another chat the actual iPhone companion known as Orbit Go. What I want you to do is spin up a spec or markdown file that I could place into the other chat. I think the other chat is more mature, or I might just say, by the way, I think this is going with the actual desktop more than the actual PWA, yet it needs to be a combination. Because the PWA app is clean. PWA app is clean. If I go, like, that's clean. Has all the menu options. That is a clean setup. That's exactly what I would want. Just a clean setup. Just going through all the... Now what we're doing, unfortunately, is making, or fortunately, making the everything go around the desktop app. It's one or the other. Everything goes around the PWA, which clearly was not built for anything, but it has a very good foundation. Why is this a thing said 52 minutes ago you got a zip and you have a lot of screenshots? Claude, where'd it go? Claude GBT? It's not opening. Screenshots are gone. Oh, here it is. Claude. Use Claude models. How many pages? Oh, perfect. This looks like an artifact. What am I, blind? Holy cow. Let's get this a little bit smaller, eh? Use GBT models inside the normal Claude command. This guide routes Claude code through a local service with your Codex authorization subscription and remats Claude code's built-in model aliases. No API key is used and no alter commands such as... What the hell does that mean? We need to go to Gemini for this. What does that mean? What does that mean? Perplexity? No. Gemini? Yes. Pretend like I am just graduating kindergarten. Tell me what this means. Yay! You did it! You finished kindergarten! just asked me to play a fun pretend game. Okay. It's real. It's real. I just graduated kindergarten. Come on. Pretend like I'm just graduating. Talk to me. Tell me what that means. Oh, it copied the... preview. Holy cow. Come on, dude. Too many windows. Get down here. The text describes a tool that lets you run Anthropic's Claude Code software by routing its data through OpenAI's instead. Here's exactly what the technical terms mean. Why would I do that, though? I don't understand why I would do that. If Codex sucks, why would I use Codex? The whole thing is I want to route this through VS Code, but VS Code sucks. And if VS Code sucks, then I go to Codex. But I did not force quit or reopen. Check for updates. 7.7. I would rather use ChatGPT in... Okay, it went up a lot of models. And now we're up to 540 megs. Question? Oh, so you're saying the opposite. Does that not say this text describes a tool that lets you run Claude Code software by routing its data through? Okay. All right. Sheesh. You're like my rugby coach in college. He was a maniac. He outdrank everybody. He partied, now that I think about it, he was like a 55-year-old, 5'6" Irishman who I think was a hooker. Not that kind, but like a hooker in rugby. And he still brought it. Like he would take out an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 6'5", 250 dude that was just made of steel. Claude Code interface. ChatGPT, but interface is Claude Code. ChatGPT, but interface is Claude Code. This is the correct written Claude Code interface that uses GPT as the model. Okay, there you go. So you can use the VS Code as you did for 66 days. But it won't use Fable, use GPT. Haven't watched you, just dropped in. Well, welcome to Amateur Hour, the Trotman Show. Welcome to the Trotman Show. This is me downloading a failure. My recommendation is don't do what anyone else does. Most everyone says, welcome, Trotman. This is what I am doing. This is what I am building. This is who I am. This is where I live. I'm quite the opposite, especially today. I'm very few cups of tea. I'm not going to be the bridge mind. There will be sarcasm. If you're from the Northeast, you'll get it. If you're from anywhere else outside of Northeast, I'll get hate comments. That's the best way to say it. Thank you for tuning in, though. I will work on my kindness, at least on stream, because what I've noticed is that, like today, I'll get comments where, Charles, get a life. This is effing sad. So today we're learning about what a AI model is. No, I'm kidding. Pretty much, not really, though. All right, well, let's see. Oh, come on. Why is it 540? That's a lot. That is a lot. How is this 540 megs? Megs could go many different ways. Megs can go many different ways. The music is a bit loud. Well, the issue is I'm breaking down the signed bundle by providing the architecture. Wait till we add in the B-Shot. Wait till we add in the voice prompt. Wait till we add in the App Store. Wait till we add in the community. Oh my gosh. 540 is a lot. Especially when you're... Holy cow, what is my upload download speed at? Sped? Whoops. We don't want sped. We want speed test. Sheesh. Sorry I did that. And I'm in an office space. This is unacceptable. In a residential service, it's much better than this. Residential... Come on now. Don't tell me I clicked out of it. We have... There we go. All right, let's put this boy up here. Tell me when it's downloaded. That boy's been running like a moose. All right, so this guy should have No, give me a markdown file. I love Soul. All right, so what we're gonna do is final result after setup. Here we go. 13 pages. Did you actually? You did. You used artifacts. What we're gonna do is copy. All right. Well, that's why. High level question. Do you think that we should just trigger something to download the CLI instead of having it within the actual DMG file? Give it to me in 10 words or less after research. It's going to come back as yes. It's going to come back as yes. Because how are we going to know to have the highest or the latest CLI? You're not. Then you're going to have to update every CLI every time you log in. That makes no sense. Thoughts on BridgeMind? Oh, boy. Thoughts on... Tell it to you, explain it to you, and label... BridgeMind. Wow. Listen, he's the grandfather. There's a difference between the grandfather and the godfather. The godfather means you're still in charge. The grandfather means you started it and people have taken the baton. I think he's got to adapt. And that's the thing is, if you adapt, then you will continue in the game. It's like anything. You win a Super Bowl, everyone knows that the quarterback is a running quarterback, so now you put someone on defense to mirror the quarterback, and once the quarterback starts taking off, you got a linebacker that sprints to the quarterback, and they go, okay, Mahomes loves to run. He also loves the tight end. Okay, so if he's going to the tight end or he's running, who else are we going to go to? It's anything else. You got to pivot in life. I'm in real estate for 17 years. I'm pivoting in life. He's got to pivot. He's got to pivot. He can't live on what he's living on right now. And sadly, his annual recurring revenue would continually go down until he adjusts. And, you know, I'll be honest, I tuned into probably 10 to 12 of his lives. No, a lot more than that. Probably 20 of his lives. And yeah, this should not be downloading the CLI. And I learned so much. Great motivator. Just always came back. He received a ton of hate. And the thing is, I just want to make sure. And the thing is, people go, thank you that you built this. Now we're going to do it better. MySpace, Friendster. Thank you for that. And then Zucks came out with Facebook. Excite. Yahoo. There was tons of search engines. Then Google infamously came out with something that said, by the way, when you go to our homepage, there's nothing. There's no news, there's no weather, there's no sports, there's nothing local. Okay, so this is different. This is different. This one's different. It also, the settings does not, I don't like this at all already. I don't like it already. Well, there you go. In case you want to sign into my Codex. Keep this private. Well, it's already used, so you can't use it. Let's bring this down here just in case. I'm not being a shadow banned. I'm definitely not. I know how to turn it on. I know how to turn it on. I do it in videos. I know what sells, what doesn't sell. I'm not going to sell something because the problem is when someone clicks on a live stream and there's nothing to actually download, use, or whatever, then it's not fun. And I got to be entertaining and everything else. And I can't fake it. I can't fake it. That's the thing. The issue is that I got nothing to actually... I got no windows. I got no windows. Yeah, this needs to download the CLI. I just didn't know the CLIs were that big. That is wild. Test. Siri and dictation are disabled? I think that's a lie. Hello? Yeah, that's a lie. All right, we'll just type it in. We'll go old school. First of all, anyone that's actually watching right now, I have no idea what I'm doing. That's first of all. Second of all is... All right, this is weird. This is very weird. We should not be having this. And this is the real question. Okay, so that I can't see mine. No, I'm not intentionally lying to you. By the way, thank you for spelling line correctly. I can be mistaken, misstood, or... Yeah, I just don't believe it at this point. This could be anything. Anything. All right, well, it did get that right. I'd like to call that a lowercase w. We're not calling that a uppercase W, but it did bring. Okay, so that's it. At least they threw a pitch. At least the pitch was thrown. Sheesh. Shouldn't have done this. Shouldn't have done this. Yes, download official pinned CLIs on first use, then verify. Yeah, I'm thinking that we actually do not include the CLIs at all. Number one is it's a massive download. Number two is if they already have it downloaded and are updating, all we need to do is update. Also, the CLIs are updated by the AI models themselves, so that should not be us including it in the DMG file. I also need to have a complete agent visualizing everything when it comes to the chats, the windows. I will include the logs below, but there needs to be a massive UI UX overhaul visually. I think that Codex was properly connected and authorized. There was no model switching. There also was no reply on where I was actually going and getting involved. I'll include the logs below and the screenshots. Let's spin up and spawn agents to take this to production and make sure that when we are doing updates, that it is updating the actual DMG and not the CLIs. So when we download it for the first time and we are actually deploying it locally on people's Apple computers, that they can download their own CLIs, attach their own subscriptions that they have access to. There was also many models that were not included. See the screenshots and the logs. Why is there no context? Whoops. Good thing I did not clear it. Interesting. Okay, it's not actually copying. Oh, it is. Whoops. My bad. All right, let's screenshot this. Nope. All right, well, we have decent news, and by decent news, we have news. It's also not responsive at all to the screen size. Attached. It's not responsive. I cannot open up new chats. The chats are unable to be resized in any way. Look at the screenshots. Look at the diagnostive logs that I attached, and also any bugging, debugging gaps that I did not include in this prompt. I also need to make sure that the diagnosis that is being logged includes everything and all movements, so we can properly debug anything going into the future. And as we upgrade and submit our DMG file, it needs to be without the CLIs, so it's moved to the settings, downloaded, and we are just shipping the actual orbit itself. So that was my mistake. That was my mistake. But but I wish him the best. I wish him the best. So essentially, the way that I look at it is probably down here to the left or up here, you are going to have the... Yeah, I can't believe the speed test has upload speed as fast as the download speed, which is as crazy. It would essentially look like this. The workspace is going to be eliminated. The pages, the bio links is going to become an app. The bio pages is going to become an app. The settings will go into the settings of the user. Scheduling, which is like a Calendly style, that's probably going to go away. But if you look at this too, this is Todd AI. What I was thinking is an overlay of Todd AI as you browse on a Chrome style browser. And that would be one of these guys up here. And the reason I'm saying that, I think a really cool feature is me, who's going to be doing news, is, let me just ask this. How would I be able to upgrade the model to the latest one? As I do the news and I'm going in and I'm saying, hey, by the way, SpaceX is going to be trying to take on AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. By the way, thank God AT&T and T-Mobile did not merge, because then we would only have two carriers. We do obviously have other carriers that use their infrastructure, but I want to be able to go down here and not copy the link and just like go over here and press save. And then in the background, when I'm doing the news, I go here, I take a screenshot of this. Look at that, 600 billion market. That's wild. They'll be able to do it. They'll be able to do it. I think what Elon is building is going to be insane. You know? I talked to a guy yesterday and said that T-Mobile has had a deal with Starlink for a while. Yeah, I think the future is not going to be in the cities, regardless of what people say. I love the city. When I'm outside the city, I'll be 100% honest, is the actual standards that people have are wildly different. And I'm going to offend everybody. Okay, so this is... Let's bring this up here. How do we copy path? Okay, this needs to be... Okay, so that's sent. When you are actually creating the companion app known as Orbit Go for the iPhone, there needs to be a method in which I can view this live, either on my phone as an app, or as I just shared a markdown file that has the entire PWA app that can be integrated with the Orbit Go one-to-one desktop to iPhone app. The future is going to be working from home. The future is going to be living wherever you want. But I'll offend people even more. When I go home and I'm on Long Island, I'm outside the city. If I go anywhere outside the city and I go to the supermarket, people do not look well. They do not look healthy. They look very sick. They look very tired. They look exhausted. They do not look like me rolling around in the city. I know a lot of them commute into the city. There's 250,000 people that commute into New York City, and they live in New Jersey, they live in Connecticut, they live on Long Island, and they take every form of transportation to get here. But I can't be around low standards. I can't be going to a gym. I went to a gym and I was talking to the guy and who owns it, and there's 12,000 people who are members, and I'm like, I'm looking around the gym. I can't relate to these people. Not on any other level, but like you go in, you do the workout. I saw a girl, she was taking a selfie. Another one was like staring at, you know, he had a camera up, and I'm like, this is not the environment I want to be in. I'm not doing selfie environments. I'm not doing influencer environments. I'm not doing, Brad, whatever the heck his name is. Forgot his name, and he's got the girl Sarah or something. No, go to those gyms. That's cool. The gym I go to, we got uniforms. We go in, we take a shower, and we get the hell out of there. And we go to work. We're not there. We're not influencing. You go to work, everyone's working. I get here at 8:30, 8:15, 8 o'clock. People are already working. I'm leaving at 7, 7:30. People are still working. They're talking about work. I understand that's not everybody's taste, but those are the insanity standards that I need to be around. I can't be around, the weekend was really good. I was out on a boat. And I bike out on Long Island on, there's something called Ocean Drive or Ocean Parkway or whatever the heck it's called. I get there at 6 to 7 a.m. There's people on their boats until I am leaving at 3, 4 p.m. after my bike ride, after my run. They're sitting on their boat, sitting in the water all day, every day, every weekend, every day of the summer. God bless them. That's not me. I can't do it. Can't just sit there, be on a boat. Yeah, they afford a boat. Congratulations. I can't use it to go fishing, tubing, go to a different island, travel with it. I don't know, sleep in there. Go to a concert that's out on the island. Go to Montauk. Go to Orient Point. Go to New Jersey. Go to Maryland. I wouldn't be able to just sit there. Oh, there's your image, Jen. Come move to the south. Yeah, the south, it's way too humid. Way too humid. That's the thing, is that that's the icon. That's the icon. Isn't that like a women's symbol or a man's symbol? What is the man-woman symbol? Symbol? You gave me a man symbol? What? That is what you thought of? I told you should use my prompt. It's not using my skill cleanly. Listen, I don't know what this is about. Let's skip the icon for now and actually start building out the Orbit Go, because that symbol is brutal. That is a brutal symbol. And yes, we are steering it. Is a skill into image and sexiness is my skill. It's my skill. Oh my gosh, fine, use it. I could care less. Just change it out later. An eyeball with a who at what ones and zeros started that as a good idea? No, the bio-specific passed all 29 tests. So is there anything with the bio sites that you would actually bring to the next level as the orchestrator? This is very important because we're bringing it to production and putting it into the app store. If so, add to botenstein.com/apps bio sites. Yeah, we'll say bio sites. All right. This was. Does anyone have any of those bags that you get on a plane? What the hell is this? I need one of those bags that you get on a plane. we're just going to not even unpin you. We're just going to archive that, pretend like I never even saw that. We might need to go with what Boris said, which is the skills are done. All right, let's get this guy out of here. You're unpinned. We used you. Thank you for your service. You're going down there. This guy is... You got to spin up your agents. There's only a couple of people that will actually succeed in the vibe coding. Here we go. I don't even know what I asked because it doesn't even have it. Yes, if your account or workspace has access, you can select the latest model from your model picker. For API projects, well, we need a model picker, sir. We need a... So that's it. Listen, I just need something. I just need something. That's what it comes down to. All right, so BioLinks, that's going to be moved out of the way. That's going to go to the App Store. Scheduling, that's going to be deleted. Settings, that has the open router. I think that's going to go away. Then we're going to go to... I'm very close. I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to be honest with it. Be like, hey, fella, we need you to be honest. We need you to be honest for a second. What I was actually going to build out was more of a template style Squarespace where anyone can plug and play into their... They can plug and play their workspace, URL, idea, inspiration into our workspace, and it neatly goes in and conforms into all of the tabs. What I'm thinking now is that we customize the workspace around the user instead of the user around us. This is what I'm thinking. I want you to individually go through every tab on the workspaces and tell me which ones are worthy of keeping and which ones are not. I want you to be very liberal in the way that you are actually grading out of 100. And the grading will include the actual usage someone will have going into the future with their own app idea, URL, inspiration, website, whatever, that they're going to bring into the workspace. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to move everything to the App Store. Like the App Store is going to have... It's going to have the email management. So someone, if they want to create a... I think what you said, why is this thing before, is the App Store is whatever you want to build can go into the App Store. So if you want to build a great, unbelievable, fantastic MailChimp, there's going to be only one. There's only one MailChimp style. There's only one Calendly. There's only one BioSite. I'm not going to have BioSites or Calendlys. In other words, we have one unreal feature. Unless we go the feature route where you have 10 and then people can grade it and everything else. Oh, it did it that granularly? No. I wanted it here. No. I wanted it here. Like proposals, clients. Yeah, I should have been very specific. My bad. Projects. Okay, it's really just the projects. Scheduling. Yeah, get rid of any trash. We are not hoarders. Okay. Thank you for all of the 100 out of 100 grading system. Specifically, what I want you to do, especially visually, is look up everything within this one particular specific workspace. I am going to be the test dummy with iCharles.com and Botenston.com. Both of them are going to be very different websites. And the reason being is, oh crap. I forgot that it copies it to clipboard. Let's send that out. Yeah, we don't like light. We like at least medium.
It's gonna be used on the next one, Charles.
Got it. I'll use iCharles Project. There you go. All right, so this is the bio link, which I'm going to use today. I'm going to come out of the vibe coding closet. Why are you giving me icons? Tell me this is not going to be an icon. I could care less about icons. Make it a black bee. I could care less. Okay, at least you're using that. And then we got to check on the desktop app. Because I think this guy's drunk. He is trashed. I'm confirming the CLI. Okay, thank God. The reason being is I am not downloading half a gig every single time there's an update, especially in the beginning. Update the CLI once you got the DMG. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Like, all this trash needs to be apps, if anything. Videos needs to go, AEO needs to go, security needs to go, content, all that needs to go. We just got to hoarding. We went into hoarding style. Step 5 of 5. Running adversarial release review document remaining external blockers. Well, we need to have this be able to be pulled up so I can live click through it. That's number 1. There goes the mic. Oh, the mic says it's actually working. He's just talking. Let's see if the other one actually works. Well, it shows that it works. I think we're good. All right, so that's good. This guy's going. Wow. For how I started the stream. Oh my gosh. Ah! It's wild. It's wild. It's like there's nothing like it. You know, I've played sports. You get nervous before the game, then the game, even if you're losing during the game, even if you're getting crushed during the game, at least you're in the game, you're playing the game, you know the score is, you know what the rules are, you know where the out of bounds is. Everyone's playing by the rules. You know, I've individually raced triathlons. I biked around Puerto Rico. You know there's rules and regulations, there's speed. There's like context around what's going on. When it comes to this, and you press live, all of that goes outside the door. I had so many things I wanted to do based on all of the ideas that I had. And to be honest, this is just a small part of it. This is a small part of it. I don't even want to be making huge amounts of money at all on the actual app. I want people to be making huge amounts of money from the app, and that's the testimonials. I use the app and I am more productive. I have my docs there. I have my calendar there. I have the community. I have questions. I'm now vibe coding. I'm now making content. I'm now going in the virtual world, which is something that we need to look at, because that was one thing that I tried to look up yesterday, and I went on X to just cry myself into my pillow. No, still at work. But if you want to really, truly feel bad for yourself, then you go on to X, and then you compare yourself to everyone else. That's on X. And you go, oh, okay, this guy is, you know what we're going to do? We need to just look into this. Just look into it and just tell me why I cannot get this going. Why I cannot, is it Harbor? I think it's Harbor. I just can't get it going. I just cannot get it going. It's wild. Yeah, this is it. Oh, we don't even have a person anymore. It's like that's where we're at on. What I want you to do is delete Harbor. It is a absolute embarrassment to have even considered viewable on my elite eyeballs. I have extremely high standards, and now my standards have dropped 0.25% because of Harbor, so that needs to be deleted. We need to work on Ride, the app Ride. It is going to be a complete replica clone of Zwift. There will also be a Sims style community that people can walk around. It's going to be like a metaverse. We need to screenshot, look deep into the code, find out the engine, see if you like the engine, see if you like the assets, see if you like the asset library. What needs to be wired? What needs to be different? What physics needs to be involved there? Spawn as many agents as you need. And by the way, we're not going light. Well, I don't know where light came from. I don't know why that changed. This is just going to be a bane in my system until I can actually, I go to someone else, I go to X right now and I type in one shot game, and people literally have a Halo style one shot. I go to Harbor after 2 weeks of trying to get this, after printing out a 20-page PDF and saying, by the way, you first have to pick an engine. Okay, I got to pick an engine. What's an engine? Okay, an engine is Unity, Unreal, 3JS. Then you got to get the assets. Okay, there's assets. Okay, where do I get the assets? Okay, you could potentially use Trippo, but then you got to pay for it. That's an API, and then the API potentially needs to have it from the image gen, and then the image gen goes into the Trippo. That costs a little bit of money, but then you get the assets library. There's some free ones, but then you have to download it all. Then you have to wire it into the. Oh, okay, fantastic! I love it. Thank you so much for giving me all this. What should the prompt be to make sure that we are one-shotting and it look like every other cool kid on the block? Because I'm the loser guy sitting in the table by myself, and I'm looking over. I'll be like, oh, look at all those cool guys one-shotting their Halo games, and I'm walking around with a figure who doesn't even exist anymore. Okay, where can I see this? Thank you so much for this beautiful simulator that needs to be like the Boatenston.com PWA app, and a combination of that and the Orbit desktop app into one. I am remote and unable to actually see the simulator. Please provide a method that I can view and interact with this remotely. Deep think on the methodology that we should be doing to make sure that as we update the app, it's live within the interactive iPhone simulator that we have on my MacBook that is remote from the Mac Studio. Image is going to stay till the end because Codex UI choice is not actually loading the image every time. If you want to improve your life, delete social media. Yeah, I don't actually. Someone posted Battlefield 1 gameplay and claimed it was created by Claude. Yeah, obviously some of them are nonsense. But then other ones, you kind of believe. Unless I'm just naive and I go, yeah, it looks like this could have been created. Okay, so now it's added to the apps area. What I want to do is potentially have a blank workspace. And the blank workspace is each individual person potentially has their own workspace. Total differentiation from what we were doing before, but I think it's absolutely necessary. Fantastic. Doesn't even show up. Love to see it. Yeah, it's a 404 error, and yeah, that's yeah, clearly we need to have this pushed onto main or committed, because I went to the website and it's a 404 error. Ah! Charles, you got to understand that it's copy to clipboard. Let's just do 3. 3 means the whole thing. Ah! Get out of here. You're right. The route only see, this is what I'm talking about. Just don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Okay, what? No. Please don't use anything with the G word known as GitHub. We are not using GitHub. Please do not use that. Do not have that within the workflow. Do not have that in anything that we are using. Everything is committed locally to the Mac Studio. What kind of hashish are you smoking right now? What? Holy cow. All right. I also want to, it's going to blow out of camera, but I want to, okay, so books is going to remain. Browser, that's going to be condensed into the ADE. Sign is going to remain. B-Shot's going to be condensed. That's going to remain. Prompt probably remain. Freehand, I guess it'll remain. I don't know. Orbit, that will obviously remain. I want to work on Studio because I want to start filming in that today. Beta! Thumbnails. I went away from this. Wow. Look at these thumbnails. Holy cow. Hey guys, just checking in. Hey Elon, hey there. Look at the actual prompt. Elon Musk, face to face, opposite him, playful stare down. It is playful. It is playful. All right, well, let's go into this guy because I'm going to be using this. There's a couple of things that I'm going to be using, and this is one of them. We also need a universal up here. The freehand, I don't think, is also good as well. Freehand, there also could be better. Yeah, like, I understand that all works. Arrows. Arrows doesn't need that. You also need to. Interesting that it added in that. Layers. Oh, you have the canvas layer. Yeah, the freehand needs to be. I need an example for the freehand. I need an example. I had one, and I lost it. And I've been trying to go into Google to find out which one it was, and I have no idea where it is. And it really is. Wow, it didn't even. Wow. All right, let's steer it there. This is. All right, let me bring this down in case it. Okay, the remote viewer is. Press Command Space. Go to this. Go to search for screen sharing. Password. Is it the password for my remote? Whoops. Oh. Okay. New connection. Enter that. Sign in. You can also use the terminal. The live update loop is also running. Yeah, but how do I... Where's my login for this? Hello? 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 Okay. Okay, so I'm in the Mac Studio. Well, we don't want to share the business plan now, do we? Oh! Girl! Huh. Interesting. I can't scroll. Interesting. Okay, I can see the actual app. This would assume be in the Apple App Store, number one. Number two is this needs to include everything from the Boatenstein.com/community, also from the Apps Store. If you have a new redesign, I'm completely open to that, but it must have everything from the PWA app that was created by Boatenstein.com/community, Boatenstein.com/workspace, and everything else. It has a nice sidebar. It also needs to be a one-to-one companion app for ADE coding with the Orbit desktop app. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Not bad. Kind of cool. Who's to say you don't go in and... That's kind of cool, though. You think about it. This is actually how Salesforce works. I have a Salesforce, and you can do this. You just favorite whatever you want. Wow. That's actually a very good design. Because I give you everything for your life, and then you decide what you care about. Wow. Now I just need to know how to get the hell out of this thing. Okay, that's the only button that worked. Fantastic. Now I denied it. Wonderful. How the heck do I get out of this? Hello? The reason being is my screen... Oh, here we go. Come on, boys. Screen sharing. Let's get out of this. No, I want to get out of it. Oh, here we go. Minimize. Holy crap. That's sick. Wherever your mouse goes, you go? Oh, I like that. That's cool. That is cool. I am so amateur when it comes to that. I like that a lot. I am exhausted from live streaming, and I'm supposed to be shooting videos and entertaining about 50 people coming to an open house tonight. I probably have 1,000 text messages and emails of people pissed off that, yeah, I have Hey, it's Matthew. Hey, it's Matthew. Curious what you think about America's relationship with Israel today. Can we chat? Why do I get these text messages? I have 8 texts, 24 there. I have 2 in that email inbox. I have to. I gotta get back to these people before they fire me. All right. So that's good. We don't need to get fired now, do we? Yeah, I've been going. What are we looking at here? Dude, I literally get texts every day. Every day.
Hey, can we meet up?
Hey, are we? What the heck is this? It actually created a website. Oh my gosh. Ah! It created a website. No. Oh, what are you going to do? Let's see what it looks like in the App Store. No, I didn't want a website. Sheesh. I don't want a website. I want it to be included in the App's Store. Put this within the App Store. See the screenshot. Why is this a thing? We got to give you some credit. I know you gave me 4 whatever. Oh yeah, short links also should be in the App Store as well. Let's go to 3. This needs to go over here. Someone is calling me. Oh my gosh. If they called me, that means they called me twice because it went to voicemail and they called me a second time. I'm telling you. Well, some guy just dropped something right outside. Why are you on light? Get off of light. Holy cow. Is this not the I'm adding website? Then I'll restart the Mac server. Fine. I can't wait till people actually start using it and they're like, this guy restarts the server every 10 seconds. Target slug. Okay. Let's just go through this really quick. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Articles, videos, content engine, analytics. Okay. What we're doing is we're actually moving away from the template way in which people insert and use our workspace. Most people use the workspace and they insert their app, their idea, their website into our system. We're actually probably going to go the opposite, where we're including with our service a lot of different apps. There could be standard items that you scored a 90 out of 100, like the articles or the analytics or things like that. What I want you to do is go through all of the scores and tell me which ones actually need to be eliminated. Proposals, clients, scheduling, links, site, features, AEO, security are easily on the chopping block. Since I prefer to actually have a universal framework to our articles and our AEO, which I know I included. What about analytics and videos and content engine? We're going the method in which the workspace is custom to the person and we have apps that the person can use separately from their workspace. I think that's the only way. Because the other way I was looking for it to do was update each of the workspace items, but now I'm messing with the website. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Personally, I think the only model that people should be using is Anthropic models. It's far superior. Oh my gosh! We brought back the old one. Harbor is deleted from the application. Okay, at least, the thing is, you gotta give it to GBT. They just go right through the jugular. It's like, gone. No ask. Gone. My blunt assessment. The public view is clean, but the actual world is not yet elite. The geometry looks procedural. Wow. What a $5 word that was. Placeholder heavy. Road dominates the composition. Keep 3JS. Okay. The problem is architecturally, the assets. What just opened? Oh, I clicked that? My bad. Oh, did we add GBT to VS Code? Yeah, it needs to be Zwift with Sims. One blocker remains. Yeah. The issue is I'm not reading HTML. What I want you to do is spin up a SOL orchestrator and spawn as many agents as you desire to bring this up to extreme elite standards that rivals the Zwift riding with the ergonomics, physics, heart rate metrics, and rider metrics, and real world metrics from the indoor bike kicker the user will Bluetooth into the world, along with the actual Sims game into one. If you believe this must be two different builds, then do deep research and come back, and I am okay with whatever the orchestrator says. That's a gangster prompt right now. And you can directly select what changed through the annotation. On the sidebar, you have a browser integration into the... Yeah, but it didn't... It's not actually opening there. Give me the URL! Come on! Claudie!
Charles' name is not Claude. It's actually, so is OpenAI. His name is Sam Altman. You should, yeah, I don't know why it's continuously open in code, Claude Code. By the way, what is the context window of this thing on the right? It's gotta be 5 million. Minimum. This thing has been, no joke, working since yesterday. No joke. Charles, are you joking? No joke. Evaluate the workspace. Okay. Just do it. The workspace sucks. I focused on it, and now we're moving away from it. I don't even think we should do videos. Videos is not for people. Yes, the correction is... Oh! Okay. That's an interesting idea. Put everything into a CRM. That's a really good idea, actually. The articles would probably be kind of a WordPress, Squarespace, Medium style. What's the other one that people read from? Start Stack? Stack. Analytics, remove the tab, keep its intelligence. I don't even want to keep its intelligence. Definitely a separate tab. I don't think video should be there. Eliminate it as a destination. Wow. Okay, so it says right here. This is what it wants to do. Hi, Charles. The articles, videos, automations? No. I think everything goes under CRM. Boatenston builds. Oh, so it's kind of divvying it up. Saloon. SaaS. Oh. You kind of have apps. I don't know. That's too much of a build right now. That's too much of a build. I'll make that decision off stream. That's too much of a build right now. Oh my gosh. Stop opening up. Okay, so it's added and it is where? Referrals, live ride. Website, that's new. They called it website. What's the difference? Biosites? Community, it should not be community. Should not be community. I don't know why they put the slug community on there at all. All of them are apps. Let's see, apps, community. Oh, it did it for some of them. Looking at the lower left, community. Got it. Yeah, it should not be websites. None of these work. Unless I drag and drop, no. None of these work. That bothers me. Now, one of these buttons work. Okay. It's been adding it. Oh! All right, Charles, smart Alec. It was adding it. I just was adding it down here instead of on the screen. Can you actually go back? So if you delete it, it's deleted. Wow. You should be able to add it or drag and drop, and then you can easily. Why did that not go to google.com? Yeah, I gotta mess around with this because this is gonna go live on my Instagram. Much better UI needs to be happening here. Much better. The home also needs to have, okay, the site settings. I like that it is a collapsible. All right. Context window of GBT is 256, but compact is so good it's not noticing. New here. What is being built? Ba 11 in 13. Welcome to the beautiful live stream. I am your host, John Rocker. John Rocker used to be a baseball player that was not liked within the... What I want you to do is anytime you are pushing anything live and there is a build or a commit to the iPhone simulator, what I want you to do is ensure it is pushed out to the simulator so I can actually view it on the Mac Studio. The number one thing that I noticed is it was unscrollable. You also need to be continuously doing visual tests and reviewing everything to ensure that this is up to the TOS standards of the Apple Store. And that's it. Let's send that out. I got to go back and forth, and I'm just going to throw this out here. So what you're actually saying is that the Boatenston.com, Salon, SAAS, Founder, and iCharles are going to be different templates. Why are you actually categorizing all four of those under the World Becomes Personal area? Also, I am probably going to be moving to a workspace apps area where they can either have a CRM or something else. Now that I think about it, maybe not. The one issue we are running into is there are going to be thousands of different options that people are going to be using this for, whether it's their website, their app, their idea, their inspiration, and there's going to be so many different designs, CRMs, and everything else that I don't know the best way to make sure that this is being built properly now, especially now that we have and are moving to a blank style workspace. All right, now let's go back to I need you to do a massive testing and review of the bio sites. Again, the URL that you included, which is boatenston.com/apps/bio-sites. Let's do this. Let's just copy this. Is trash, which is this. So close in spelling my name right. That goes to a website. What I want you to do is make sure any of the apps within the Apps Store does not have community as the slug. If you look at the apps within the Apps Store under bio, there is community as a slug. That is to be removed and rewired into boatenston.com/apps and not boatenston.com/community then apps or anything like it. Oh, we got 4 likes today. I just added a 5th. There we go. Is that legal? Is that within the TOS of YouTube? All right, so this is what it's saying. Massive redirections going on, knowing that the iPhone app is getting built. Let's see where we are on the... Man, this guy is just absolutely humming away. The issue is that now that I added in the developer ID and everything else, it's got to go through Apple every single time. And that just takes up so much time. So much time. You're right. My previous examples accidentally implied 4 hidden templates. Well, this is not me criticizing you. I just don't know. The crucial distinction. A CRM is usually fundamentally a product. Specialized apps. How a blank workspace should work. A blank workspace should not mean an empty white
screen asking the user to invent the architecture. It should mean, let's bring up the make it eyeball friendly. Objects and relationships. By the way, this is exactly how they literally stole this directly from Salesforce. They call it objects and relationships. That's funny. All right. So the user brings in anything. The workspace interprets it, and it goes to suggest views, suggested specialized apps, objects and relationships into a personalized workspace. System adapts from usage. Huh. Huh. This is literally from Salesforce. Wow. They call it slightly different names, but this is exactly what it is. Everything is a relationship. The fields are a relationship. The objects are a relationship. The views are a relationship. The workflows, everything is a relationship, and everything is under an object. And they put two different, they have a person account. There's only two different types of ways to set up Salesforce: an account or a person account. One is a company is the number one thing, or an entity is the number one thing. Oh, well, it says right here what entities exist. That's funny. What apps? I am so hungry right now. It is insane. I would say that it should eliminate everything, but I don't want to. Like, if I added in my buddy who is a real estate agent, as opposed to a girlfriend of mine who is a personal trainer, as opposed to another guy who owns CrossFit gyms, and then another guy who is a father, makes money, and, you know, wants to do something on the side. I don't know how they update the workspace, though. They would need, unless they download it and the workspace is essentially their own canvas. Like, why? That's an interesting question, actually. Yeah, I also don't want them, I don't like videos as well. Because by the time all this comes out, use this test for... The real question is, when someone downloads Orbit, and Orbit includes the community, the apps, the workspace, and the ADE, and potentially anything else that we include in there. Is the workspace customized by each individual user, or is it them having only access to a couple of options for the workspace? So you're essentially saying the packaged configurations is how to build it out. Now we're building a Squarespace. That's way too intense. Way too intense. Let's just send that out. Let's see what it says. I also don't like the articles. That's why I wanted to start over on both websites. I need to chew on that. That's a big deal. Okay, so this is also something we should probably do in two separate worlds. That would be kind of cool, though, if you see, like, Bob flying by on the streets with, like, his username. And you're like, oh, there goes Bob. You're, like, walking around like a sim. You're, like, walking to the neighbor. You're getting extra points because you're walking. You're spending time in the area.
and you're like going to the arcade or you're going to seeing who else is in there. Shared ride shell. So essentially you have the cycling client, the social world. I got to be honest, I'm pretty impressed with the plan to execution by OpenAI. Fable can plan and it'll give me an artifact, but it literally will take a dump and then smear it all over the wall and say, here's your art. Here's your art, sir. Here's your platter of slop. It's not even slop. It's like manure. It's manure. It's waste. It's not even slop. Slop, you can like mold like clay. Anyway. What about the bald guy who stares at you? Yeah, so there's a guy that is to my left. He's about 5 feet away. He's in a glass office, and I'm in a glass cubicle. We're 5 feet away from each other. He looks like me. He's probably my age. He's more buttoned up, way more responsible. Did not party. Did not do what I did when I was younger. Got married, probably went to a nice college. His parents are married in a very nice home, very loving relationship, and always clean shaven, very nice haircut. We've never said hello, and we boarded the same elevator today. It's a massive building. There's 4 elevator banks, and every elevator bank has 4 or 5 elevators. Actually, there's 5. So there's like 20 to 25 elevators. It's a million square feet, and we board the same elevator. The guy that I'm really good friends with came in. He's like, "What'd you get, a black eye?" I was like, "No, dude. I just came from the pool, and I was dehydrated coming into work. So dehydrated that I went to a CVS, and I had to get electrolytes. And the electrolytes, I went into CVS. It was $8.50 for Noon tablets. Bro, I used to buy Noon tablets, probably a 3-pack for $6 or $7. A 3-pack. A 1-pack is $8.50. I walked in, I said, screw that. I took a picture. I was going to post it on Instagram and be like, this is disgusting. So I picked up a Gatorade electrolyte, low sugar. It's probably going to just murk my internal systems. But I'm like, I need salt right now, because I was like, I pushed off the wall today. I was dehydrated. I was, in the pool. I was pushing it off. I was fine. But then you get out of the pool and you're so dry from the chlorine just sucking all of your body out. I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. No, to your question, the bald guy is not there. But I do have to introduce myself. I have to, because we stare at each other and we walk by each other and we board the same elevator, and he looks like me. He's the same age. Most everyone else that works in here are either really older men or all women. That's it. There's no one in between. It's 50 to 70-year-old men or 25 to 30-year-old women. That's it. And it's mainly women. I don't know why. But that's the demographics. Engine decision. Okay, 3JS, do not migrate. Babylon, that was the other one. Play, Canvas, Unity, Unreal. I gotta be honest, I am thoroughly impressed with GBT. Maybe because this is like basic, or I've been so, it's like you come out of a relationship where, well, I've never had a bad relationship, but other people have told me. Okay, 3JS, replace, okay, don't discard it. Critical problems discovered. Production is not using the physics. Oh, wow, color me blind. Thank you. Multiplayer is effectively dead. Thank you. Dude, I'm looking at all these people that have multiplayer and they're playing Halos, and I can't even get a stupid game up and running. Now, tell me what the problem is. Holy cow. But so is it two different Walking and cycling together contradict each other. Walking freezes the rendering, but the cycling, this is a concrete proof one shell simulation state, is wrong. So from your conclusion, you're saying that this is two different worlds and or two different builds. It'd be kind of cool if it's one. All right. All right. All right, if you say so. I will go with the orchestrator, and I'm not doubting you. I'm coming in from a place of ignorance. If there were a possibility, would there be a possibility where it's a combined 3JS world ride situation where you have some guy biking past you in the world that's doing the biking app, and it has his username, and he's scooting by at 300 watts for 30 seconds on his indoor kicker? Or that's stupid and I will not, well, I don't want to say not talk again because then it's going to feel bad. We don't want him to make feel bad. We won't say stupid, we'll say dumb. We'll say ignorant. Yes, exactly. Okay, there you go. Actually, no. Yes, absolutely. This is the exact intended architecture, and it isn't dumb. It's a shared... What the... You just said it's two different... Did you not just say it's two different? Two different builds! Oh, one continuous world. If you haven't already, please unsubscribe from my YouTube channel. Just unsubscribe, put the downvote, report me to YouTube. Two different builds, one continuous world. Holy cow, Charles. Read the, holy cow, then it goes even deeper. Yes, absolutely. This is exactly the intended architecture, and it isn't dumb. Okay, thank you. At least, I'm getting affirmed that I'm not dumb. When I was in school, my teachers affirmed that I was a dum-dum. Working player can actually stand. How cool would that be, though? Some guys, doing a heavy workout, and like, you even have, like, voices. Oh, hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. You do a wave. The hey, Bob. And they know, okay, Charles, now you're really going deep into this. Why don't you create an actual working system? Why don't you get an ARR that's worth more than $1 or worth more than €4? Even though the euro is banning, what are you guys banning over there? Cyclist? Okay, perfect. I don't care about the TypeScript. Wonderful. Wonderful. This sounds fantastic. I can't wait for you to put together, as the orchestrator, an unbelievable build, spawning up whatever agents you desire in the order in which you desire to build this, and using the most intellectual methods to make sure that this is physics, science, design, rendering cleanly and perfectly, using whatever asset library is necessary to have this impress our shareholders and users. I give you the keys to the orchestration. Go Max. At least it spelled it M-A-X instead of M-A-C-S. All right. Allegedly, here, get a bottle of water, mix up a teaspoon of salt and teaspoon of... Yeah, what is this? Like, allegedly, that's how things like Gatorade or something started, in my opinion. You have been Claude-pilled to notice that there were better things. Yeah! Yeah, well... Yeah, it happened yesterday when it literally said, oh, I can easily build that for you. And I go, so you mean to tell me, is everything committed where we are in the next version where we can download the Orbit desktop app for Mac. I read that as "Todd you so." I Todd you so. I'll verify. Yeah, it's it's wild. It's wild. The ups and downs. Literally this morning, I'm like, I truly thought taking a 45-day hiatus and learning would be. Of course, I put in a bracket. Is there anything in the BIOS sites that you would upgrade, as when I click on any of the options to add to the BIOS site, they just add below the BIOS site column the option? So if I add in URL or text or social media, it adds below, but it doesn't add to the actual website. When I add it into the actual BIOS site, I cannot drag and drop, and when I click it, I should be able to have a pop-up window that shows the options. All right, I'm losing it fast right now. I know by my body when it's going. I gotta get off. I gotta get something to eat. I've been working too hard in the mornings. Yesterday I filled my whole shirt with sweat. I did not replenish. Today I did not replenish. I feel my body getting light. So I gotta pop out. It's Jova. Man, what was I even saying? This is okay. Run a large amount of testing and review on every single button and feature. Also, when there are pages on the left side within the BIOS site and you click X, it should ask you if you want to delete the page and not just automatically delete. There should also be a Command Z where you automatically can redo or undo the last option. This needs to rival all BIOS sites that are on the internet. Spin up and spawn as many agents necessary to put this into a production-worthy and ready area. I was about to say, and I'm going to connect a different .com, but that's way too much right now. All right, we'll say the last one right here. See what it looks like. See what it looks like. Look at that little fella. Log in. Oh yeah, wrong. Okay. Wow. Dude, this is clean. I just spit all over my computer. Wow. I might cry. How sick is this? And Orbit is the actual, oh my gosh. That's where you go into vibe code. Wow. This is sick. This is sick. Oh, I actually like this. I like this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank God I've used Salesforce for as long as I did. This is exactly what Salesforce does. Salesforce, they would call this apps. And under every single app, so you can go into like sales, and then you have all the sales. You go into marketing, that has marketing. Under marketing, it has your social posts, your to-do list, your analytics, all that. Each one of those would be an app. You go into the workspace, and this is just workspace items. And then you have your community, you have your life OS. Wow. Wow. What? Don't even do this. Don't even do this. What does it look like on Botenston? Oh my gosh. All right, well, I guess I'm not quitting anymore. Obviously, that's why I wanted to get rid of Botenston. I actually like that, not just for the movers, for the movers, not just the shakers. Obviously, that's corny, but this really should be it. Own it, don't rent it. Wow. I can't scroll on it right now. I don't know why. I can't scroll up or down. I don't care. That's really good idea. That's the action items. Describe your idea. See what we've built. I do have to go. Yeah, that. Dude, that Orbit Go is insane. The idea has just flooded my head. Just insane. Every one of them is... So the way that Salesforce works is that you go here, and all of these are favorited. Obviously, you don't have the star because that's a bad interface. But up here next to community would be all apps or all whatever. You click on that, it has all the ones that are favorited, and then you can drag and drop the order and which ones you want in there. And then you can even go further where you go into community, and then all of this is a hamburger. And then feed is the main thing. And you can choose what your main thing is. You can even choose articles is number one, or spaces is number one, or videos. Holy cow, dude. I already cursed today. I gotta go to confession for that. But my God, this is insane. I know it's basic, but yeah, the today would be your wrap up. What's on your calendar, what's on your to-do list, what your workout is, what's your sleep, it should be this should be Apple. When I go to Apple, these all should be your apps. Like if I go here, I go productivity. And then it has email, to-do list, docs, whatever. This is the way that it should be an end-all be-all. One app has everything. Then at the top, you have your inbox, your notifications. Wow. No, it's not me, dude. I appreciate it, but that's not me. That's a very
impressive, I have to give my boy some flowers. Because now, very, very impressed with where the iPhone simulator took the design and the UI and UX. It is a very minimalistic and chic and modern aesthetic and layout. One item is customizing, it is drag and drop, it is adding in menu favorites where you control what is visible and not visible. But I will defer to the orchestrator because you have been doing a fantastic job on what you believe are the next highest priorities in this app so that we are continuously adding in what is live data from the Boatenstein.com community and all of the Boatenstein.com menu options when you are logged in as a user for the workspace, the apps, the community, the Life OS, all of their menu options, sub-menu options, and data, along with the Orbit desktop one-to-one companion where you can take that on the go. So the biggest thing is actually getting the chat in the VPS. And what I wrote down is that I think the number one thing, honestly, is to get the VPS is not going to be Hettinger or whatever the heck it is. The VPS is going to be my Mac Studio for now. Then I'll go to something else, and that is going to be the Orbit desktop. Dude, that saved insanity is one good word. You know? Yeah. If there is one area that I questioned heavily was the design, but when it came back and obviously it's building up slowly, but when it came back and this was the settings, I go, oh. Chat GBT upgraded its settings because the Orbit under Claude was chaos. The right font sizes, the right colors, the spacing, everything is so much better. It's far superior design-wise. That was my only concern. And you heard it. I would get frustrated because Claude would add in multiple rows, but this was like, nah, we gotta see in Claude, it would be Codex, this would be under there, then this would be under there. But what Codex or ChatGPT noticed is that everything is one row. One row. One row. Wow. And this is what I love to see. I want a full log of all the nonsense that's going on. And look at this. You even got the agents on the left side. My goodness. I don't even want to host an open house tonight. I don't even want to go to sleep. This renewed so much. So much. I got to give it to Why Is This Thing? I got to give it to you, Mark, as well. I don't know why you are actually tuning in at all. If I saw me and I was tuning in and I'm looking at my phone and I see me doing crash outs and there's some guy that is trying to sell his own property and he's taking, instead of a professional videographer, instead of professional photographer, instead of a professional floor plan, the guy's like, well, actually, I can do this myself. If I take out my trusty pen and... What kind of music are we listening to right now? What is this? I was about to go into something funny. Yikes! All
All right, let's take it easy, brah. Take it easy, brah. Let's skip ahead. There you go.
And I was like, well, you know, here's the kitchen.
This is essentially what I was doing before. This is I got to get this on video. Oh, my camera's going. No. All right, we'll delete that.
Well, you know, here you go, folks. The kitchen's over here. It's about a 9x9 space. I could be wrong. It could be 10x12. It could be 13x32. I have no idea. But there might be a staircase. Is there a staircase? But the apartment's still for sale, though. The apartment's still for sale. I don't need any professionals to help me out. I could do this all by myself. I'm an owner. I own the place. I know this better than any other real estate agent in the entire utopia of the world. The entire utopia of the world is totally outnumbered by exactly what I'm actually saying to the world. So let me just open up my little compass and point this.
Dude, that's exactly what I sounded like today. Not fully live yet. Let's push this live. I want to update it. I want to get rid of the CLIs within the DMGs. I want to make sure that they are pulled in based on the user downloading the CLI. The CLI also has access to the latest CLI of every single AI model based on whatever subscription the user wants to connect. There is a UI and UX that is very clean, professional, chic, and is able to be... We'll just leave it there. I was going to go into so many other things. I want a good memory system. I want the chats to be able to talk to each other. I want the chats to be able to pull on each other and to use different models. I want there to be a browser. I want there to be an agentic browser. I also want there to be... Take it easy, bro. This camera doesn't work. This camera works. All right, well, let's do that. I'm calling it from today's spaceship. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Today, in the last 48 hours, has to be the biggest turn of events that I've gone through on this whole 67 days. Has to be. Has to be. Has to be. Dude, I'll just leave it on this. I am so blessed that I had a 15-year run in personal development. Otherwise, I would have completely zonked myself out and quit a while ago. Easily. It's too hard. I'm not making any money. I got to be at an open house in 2.5 hours. I got to talk to owners. I got to talk to investors and renters, an agent, attorneys. I've got 20 messages. I got to get Bruh, if this is the future and you can literally tell someone you can have your own app, desktop app, iPhone app, you can have it for your clients, your gym, your salon, your restaurant. You just pay $99. You have your own website on there, your own whatever. Dude, that would be sick. Sick. Welcome, Q Strike. What am I doing? I'm getting my sanity back. That's what I'm doing. And I understand that if I was a good live streamer, I would be talking about, well, welcome to the stream there. If you'd like to purchase my agentic development environment, it's the link is out of the... That's not me. That's not me. We're going to have some hardcore top producers, maybe 100 people max tuning in every single day being like, awesome idea. I'm going to use that. Brilliant idea. I'm going to use that. Holy cow, I can't believe. I'm not going to be the one-shotter. I'm not going to be the guy that goes in and says, well, you know,
I just tested out the Kimi K new K4 that came out. K3 was on the benchmarks that were fantastic, but let me tell you, the K4 can one-shot a Halo game that brings in 11-lap sounds and has a next gen and uses Unreal graphics, and you can own all of your assets.
No. I am on a steam engine. We are loading up the coal. We're shoveling the coal. We're turning on the furnace. It's going to be a chug, 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 chug. And it's like picked up people from the first station, and then every single station going out from there just goes, oh my gosh, how many people are getting on the train at this point? Holy cow, this is absolutely insane. I need to actually get more cars. Let's move the caboose further back. I'm sitting at a doctor's office. Well, we hope your doctor's visit goes unbelievable. I would say I got to come up with a one-liner. So when someone serious comes in who is a top producer and goes, well, this guy lives in a spaceship. He's entertaining me. He's relatively funny. He is clearly building something that is interesting. Here's Mark Miller. Oh! Mark Miller using Todd? Tell me how it goes. I don't even know how that's set up, by the way. I have no idea if it's Open Router or if I'm paying for it, to be honest. I have no idea. I got to write that down. I know I just opened everything up. So I got to see Todd AI, what AI models. So blow through all the money if you need to. Ask it any questions. How are you doing that, by the way? Is that through YouTube? Obviously. Yeah. This is the thing. On YouTube, YouTube goes with watch time. And watch time, for me, is really good when I'm in a very good mood. And it's good when I'm in a good mood. When I'm in a neutral mood, like the last week and a half while with Claude, it plummets. I'm fine with that because it's not like I could point people to something they could download. However, it's going to get really, really close where they can download all of the desktop, all of these things, and the ADE will be coming towards the end of the month. And once that happens, it's like I have this vision, and it's so early on. I was listening to the guy. He invented whatever. There's 4 guys. It took him 7 to 8 years. Obviously, this is way outside of my scope. I'm not doing anything 7 to 8 years. How long have you been streaming for? 174 days. No, I'm kidding. 67 days. It's been maybe longer. I have no idea. But 67 days, not consistently, not very well streaming. I'm not a normal streamer. That's the thing, is I'm not going to sit out there. Hey guys, put a 1 in the chat if you think that I should cut my hair and do a backflip. Put a 1 in the prompt if I should be using Quen today. No. I'm coming in. You like it, you don't like it. Your boy's going to be ups and downs. Today was a down, then an up. Just subscribe, and maybe YouTube will furnish you some future videos, even though I did tell everyone before to unsubscribe and to report my videos. That's probably the opposite of what YouTube suggests to probably do to people that are actually doing live streaming. As a middle-aged man live streaming in a box while everybody walks by and says, what the heck is this guy doing? He's actually... he's a middle-aged man that's unmarried, and he's looking to get into office. Maybe I'll subscribe to him. Maybe I'll wet my palate with what his dreams are. Oh, boy. Yep. the dreams will be realized against GBT's will or not. But I do have to go. I have not eaten anything. I have tomorrow a 1-hour ride that is going to be intervals that I'm not looking forward to. 90 seconds on, 90 seconds off, probably for 45 minutes. I'm going to be in the deep swamp of purgatory and just not looking to do anything besides look at the clock, which is the worst thing to be doing when you're in intervals going 90 seconds on, 90 seconds off. I probably need more water bottles. I blew through 2 water bottles within the first half an hour, and then I was just dehydrated after that. Actually, that's a good idea. I got to bring in more water bottles. Probably bring in, I think I had 4 at one time. I would go through 4 water bottles. I'll bring in 2 so then I do have 4. But anyway, I got to pop out. There we go. We got a 1. Good day, fellas. I'll be back tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your girlfriend that I'm back on the GBT train after a 4-month hiatus. She was probably 10,873 subscriber after losing 50 to 100 subscribers at least, and getting hate comments of Charles ... Get a life, you effing blah blah blah. Actually, let's read it. Let's read the exact comment. We got to leave it on that. Charles ... So 4 dots. Charles ... Please, at least she would bead. Get a life. This S is sad. And we know what S means. That was on yesterday's video, so what you could do is go like that comment. No, I'm joking. I deleted it. We don't need that kind of negativity. If he was like, hey, listen, your nose is too big for your face, or your forehead needs to be pulled down, I can see that. If I actually had no hair and a receding hair, then I can see that. Or if my eyebrows were all over the place. But, dude, that's not criticism. You got to go with your vibe coding sucks. All right, we can agree on that. You haven't shipped anything. Okay, we can agree on that. It's been over 2 months. You haven't done anything. Okay, we can agree we only have a desktop version. We don't have any apps. We don't have the ADE up and running along with the Life OS, the workspace, and the other apps. Anyway, I don't even know what I did with the stream. There we go. Never's opened the chat in between the buttons, because then he would never listen to Christian rock. Oh yeah. I only have about 20 minutes of that, and it's not rock. It's metal. It is metal. It is. It is that kind of metal. It's good. It's good. One of the band's name is called Holy Name. Maybe I should run it through Claude to make sure that it's holy and that it's good. But, man, this guy is really piping it out on the right side. This guy is humming. This is like marriage material right here. Now it's 63 megs. That's what we like to see. It's down from 540 megs to 63. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good thing I asked where that 540 megs was. Because then now they update based on whatever the CLI updates are with the AI model. They update it. They get the new version. They get the new AI model. They get the new Sol, Terra. Look at this guy. It's like I've been plugging away on OpenAI for months. Huge OpenAI guy here, by the way. Huge. Everyone else has been Claude. I've been telling them for months to switch. They finally switched. Let's see. Check for updates. 7.7. Let's see how long it goes. Oh boy, we're up. We're up and running, boys. It's no longer 650 megs. This is what I like to see. I actually don't mind that icon. Not gonna lie. I don't mind that icon. Maybe B is in the middle. B is in the middle.
Or Orbit. O's in the middle. That's a kind of cool hat, though. I actually don't mind the coloring either. The coloring could be better, actually. All right, so this one needed to have different chats, different agents. It also needed to keep my... okay, so it did not connect. Before I gave everything away, so let's not... Okay, so secure login. Welcome back. I'll give you this part. So I'll show you continue. Copy the code. Put it in here. Signed into Codex. There you go. All right, you may now close this page. All right, so we authorized it, but it did not pull up live on the signed in, copied it. It is still asking for the code. Typed in the code, don't worry. You may close this page. Verifying down here. Checking the subscription. This is perfect music. Boo. You know what? Right here. Love to see it. You can't see it, but it says the full redacted. Should say unredacted, not redacted. This isn't the CIA JFK documents. Come on. The full redacted log is available in settings. Let's try it again. Oh no, we're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. Let's copy the full log. Let's clear it. Let's go down to... Let's go to this guy. I should take a screenshot too. Installed. I wonder if those are the latest versions. I'm going to connect it to the shirt real quick. Or drop it. There we go. Professional outfit right here. I do want to send this out, though. I do want to send this. This is valuable information. VS Code. Okay, so let's send that out. Okay, 7.8. Is that what I have right now? Orbit. About Orbit. 7.8. I have 7.8. Let's see. Let's make sure it's the latest. You're up to date. Okay. All right, so this is the last thing we'll leave ourselves with. That. And I really do need a new window because this guy is just exhausted. You know what? Let's do the connect again. All right, let's see if the authorization through Claude Code goes through. Yeah, see, the authorization is... The authorization is going through. It's just not then pinging back to... So it's signed in. You may close this page. You know, it's interesting. You have to close that page to get this window. That's interesting, actually. There's a couple of items. I included all the logs. There's also, when I logged in via the authorization of the Claude, it did not ping back to the Orbit desktop. Also, when I did the authorization successfully for the OpenAI, I had to close the window for it to ping back to the Orbit desktop as well.
I took screenshots also that it says it installed 2.1.221 for Claude, and all the other ones say their models for their CLIs. Make sure those are the latest ones. And if they're not, there is a update CLI button to the right, so people can easily update their CLI automatically. Put that in as an automation and real-time updating button style, where anytime they open it, it checks for a earlier or more modern CLI updated version. My brain is fried right now. My brain is fried. I did want to get this though, because this is a massive window right there. That is a massive window. And also, I also included the OpenAI error messages also on the actual Orbit main page, Canvas page. There is no method to click on the agents, and only include the agents that are active for the user, not any that are available. So only if they're active connections within the settings do they show up as agents on the left side of the main Canvas page. Also, the log for diagnosis should be more prominent for users so they can copy it. And when they copy it, there's an easy way to send it to me automatically, not through email, not through browser. Think of a method that's really easy that can pop up to the admin area within Botenstein.com/admin. So I can see all of the logs of users that sent reports and or bugs. Or there is a bug button that they can press and is a pop-up modal that they can submit automatically from the actual Orbit DMG file desktop. And for the connections, if they are not connected or not installed, it goes into unavailable on this Mac. And make sure that all connections and CLIs are not only up to date, but actually installed as well. Put that into the diagnosis report. I have like unlimited energy now. It's probably not good, because I'm completely foregoing my health, which is turn off the computer. Don't turn off the computer, but turn off also the event feed. I don't know what the event feed is. It's just all the events that happened. I should have included that. I also forgot the Canvas main Orbit area, and also include that the events feed, I have no idea what that's about, but that needs to be investigated on a reasoning to be there. The agents on the left side also need to be investigated on actually showing up or not based on the connections. Only chats that should be available and easily accessible are available. And also there is a one-to-one relationship that I have with a Grok real-time AI voice model that controls my ADE, my Orbit desktop app that I can talk to, and it automatically controls everything from my voice calling upon it. So I can say, hey Orbit, spin up 5 agents that are Codex, or Orbit, spawn 10 Claude chats, and it will do that automatically using the Grok real-time AI model. I think it's Grok Real-Time 2.0 or 2.1. Oh, none of that went out. Oh, no, it did. For whatever reason, I had this problem yesterday. It does not go out a lot of the times. Watch. It just gets lost. It's like a huge bug. I lost so many chats yesterday. Like, watch this. Now I have to include the image now. Look at that. That's a huge bug. Huge bug. I'm just sending this. It's pissing me off, to be honest. Because the screenshots are not coming through, you must take a screenshot of the main orbit canvas where I tried to include everything, but it is not getting included. Look at a visual representation of the latest orbit desktop main window. All right, boys and girls. I know I said that many times, but you have maxed your brain tokens. Yes, that is true. Talking about bunny rabbits, I have a funny story, but I'm not going to tell it today. Subscribe, like, share the videos. It is insane today. The roller coaster that I was on, it's only up from here. GBT is the real freaking deal, even though the thing did not go through. Look at that. It did not go through. That's so weird. And that really bothers me because that's really good. That was a really good prompt that I followed it up with. I don't know why that is. I just gotta lay in Codex. Screw VS Code. All right, boys and girls, I'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Thank you for everyone that tuned in, even through my craziness, and for the $4 euro. Wisest thing. Cheerio. We'll be back earlier tomorrow. That is for sure.